everyone, Shawn Clement here, on location at the Alico Family Golf Center in Fort Myers, Florida, about hop and a skip away from the airport, which I just got off. And we are performing a shot. We're on a gorgeous par 3 course that they just built. About 70 to 30 to 70 yards, so it's a lot of fun. The greens are small. We're hitting to an area that you would normally hit where the different the pin positions would be. Let me put my glasses on here. So I got a 78-yard shot. I've got my lob wedge here, and I picked my intermediate point. I'm going to go left edge of that intermediate point and release over that intermediate point. Now, what we're working on today, we're doing a little video analysis with Jason Kim. And if you look at his concern, wow, because he's been a student of ours for a while now, just getting back into the game, and his concern was with his lead foot. He was coming through impact, and his lead foot was coming off the ground. So you see a lot of that happening on the PGA Tour with a certain few players. Bubba is one of them, and you'll see a lot of amateurs have that particular issue as well. And he's wondering, is it because I'm defaulting to the ball? No, because if you look at his swing, and Matt to show you his swing sequence here, he's swinging through into a nice finish quite nicely. So what happens is, in the backswing, his lead leg is protruding forward, and in the downswing, it can no longer fully support the center of gravity, and then he's got to stand up to save the shot. So we don't want the knee protruding forward and pulling that center of gravity forward with it. We want that lead knee to rotate inward. Now, if you look at the recent article from Mr. Brandel Chambly in Golf Magazine, it's not Golf Digest, but Golf, and he talks about the holy grail of golf being left knee behind ball, left heel in the air, full turn of the hips. And you hear a lot of the pros starting to talk about that. And pretty soon it will be mainstream, except that we've been teaching that for 20 years now, and you guys have been benefiting, and gals have been benefiting from this. So we want to, you'll see how I'm going to hit an 80-yard shot. I'm going to hit a shorter shot from inside 30 yards, and then you'll see another one from right next to the green. And, doesn't matter what kind of a shot I'm hitting. You notice I don't want my lead arm to hit me. You'll notice how that lead knee has got to rotate in. Notice when I'm doing my perpetual motion drill, even on a chip shot, how my lead knee is not protruding forward, and my center of gravity is constantly being supported. Okay? So I pick my intermediate point. I'm going to aim here, release over that, nice little draw, and I'm going to do a full-bodied waggle. So see the waggle, Shawn Clement. I do it left-handed. Here I'll do it right-handed. So takeaway. So notice at the end of my takeaway, I feel bolted on my feet. My left arm is completely free. There's no obstacles in front of it. See how everything's getting out of the way? And notice how my lead leg is rotating in. If it protruded forward, see how my head just dropped? So if we look now, I'm going to keep talking because we have an overhead plane going on right now, so hopefully you can still hear me. I am taking away along the path of my intermediate point, and I'm allowing my legs to move the rib cage and the pelvis out of the way. So there's my full-bodied takeaway. So I'm just going to go along that and throw the club in that direction. If I throw the club in that direction, I'm going to miss. Yes, I threw the club there and I missed. I get lower. If I throw the club in that direction, I feel like I'm going to cut the dandelion stem. Throw it in that direction. Yes, I cut the dandelion stem. Be nice. Right edge of the green. Okay. So I felt a nice release in that direction. It was just a little bit thin, but pin high on the right. So we'll go find that. We'll hit a nice chip shot for you. Let's have a look. Okay. So we have about 35 yards left to the pin here. I just put a ball down in front of the green. And just to show you what it would look like in a pitch shot to have that leg movement, okay? So if we went feet together, Knees glued together. We're not going to let the knees split apart. We're going to let the knees stay together. So whether I do chip or pitch or full swing, notice it all moves together. So when you're doing a short shot, it's not about, freeze the lower body and try to minimize the, your margin for error. That's all horse hockey. What we want to solidify the low point is, again, we're bracing against the forward side and we're allowing the weight of the arm club unit to swing freely, so we're not allowing it to hit the body in either direction. I feel like I can cut the grass nicely in both directions. So you're going to see a video entitled Finish the Backswing Like Bubba Watson Part 2, where we use the garage door. So if I turn myself toward the garage door this way with the knee protruding forward, I can't open it. So I have to turn myself properly to open the garage door. And you'll see lower body in the backswing, just so you can visualize how your skeletal system is designed to perform that task. And then feet together drill, of course, that you can do with every shot in the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this shot here. Weight forward, hands forward. I notice I got a nice width in my stance, so I can play the ball just a bit back of center. And I'm going to hit a long chip, i.e. short pitch, with my lowercase y. So you notice how that lead leg is moving exactly in the way I want it to. So I go right over that hump. I have the amount of momentum I feel I need. Out of the way, out of the way. Perfect. So that just missed the pin by 6 inches and then just rolled past the pin. So you can see how my legs were moving in that swing, which allowed my arms to swing freely. Let's have a look in a short chip now. So in the short chip, same thing. I'm going to pick my intermediate point right there. Getting my setup. I'm going to play the ball further back in my stance. Notice I can go with a little narrower stance instead. If I widen my stance, notice how it affects my ball position. So if I had feet together, I want my hands to hang in front of the ball, this is what it would look like. Notice how it's bottoming out at the same spot. Slightly wider, still bottoming out at the same spot. Wider still bottoming out at the same spot. All three are terrific. So you notice that the only way my arms get to swing freely is for those legs to move as well. So all I'm focusing on, I'm not focusing on my knees, I'm focusing on allowing my arms to swing freely in both directions. So don't let the left arm hit me, don't let the right arm hit me. See how I'm allowing those arms to swing all the way through. So I'm just letting the momentum, the weight of my arms to swing, and see how my chest, my pelvis and rib cage is moving out of the way naturally to allow the momentum to peter out on its own. And that's basically inside 3 feet right there. Really happy with that. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope, so when you're practicing your chipping, your pitching, or your full swing, you are practicing very much the same movements in your body. And what's the purpose of those movements? To allow the arms to swing freely, okay? We'll see you later.